Harbor takes the early lead. On the outside, C.C.D. is up to challenge. And Big Dylan gets away swiftly from the inside position. Now takes the lead away from Bar Harbor. Getting away in third is Baker Who with C.C.D. on the outside fourth. Helmsmaid racing in fifth. Then it is Drip Drop racing in seventh now. Radiant Skipper, then Cash Under the Table, and the early trailer is Hector's Flame. They go down the backstretch for the opening quarter, and Big Dylan shows the way. On the outside now, moving to third, that is Bar Harbor. On the inside to second, Baker Who. They reach the opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. Rounding the turn now, and C.C.D. has fourth. Back 4 lengths to Helmsmaid in fifth. Then it is Drip Drop and Cash Under the Table on the outside seventh. Racing in eighth now is Radiant Skipper, and far back to Hector's Flame. They swing off the top turn and come down the stretch for the half. Big Dylan continues to dictate the pace, and the outside Bar Harbor gets the parking ticket second. Then it's Baker Who third, C.C.D. moving from fourth. Then it's Cash Under the Table now to fifth. They reach the half in 1:03 and 2. Helmsmaid has sixth. Then it's Radiant Skipper and Drip Drop. Hector's Flame sees them all as they round the turn now for the 5/8. And Big Dylan still leads it by a length over Bar Harbor. Baker Who nailed to the rail in third. There goes C.C.D. 3 wide down the backside for the final time. Moving behind him is Radiant Skipper. And going on now to the 3/4, C.C.D. shows a nose on top. Big Dylan has second, then it's Baker Who now moving to the outside third. Radiant Skipper, a 3 wide fourth. Reached the 3/4 in 1:37. Driving in fifth is Cash Under the Table, and Drip Drop moves into the picture sixth. Then it's Helmsmaid, Bar Harbor, and Hector's Flame. 2 leaders now duking it out as they reach the 7/8. On the outside, Baker Who, the inside, C.C.D. Big Dylan still racing third, Radiant Skipper and Cash Under the Table. Baker Who now moves on to the top. C.C.D. and Cash Under the Table has lots of pace on the inside. As they come to the line, Baker Who has 5 in a row. Then it's C.C.D. and tight for show between Cash Under the Table and Drip Drop. The time for the mile, 2:09. Making it back to victory lane for the 5th straight time, his 6th win in his last 7 starts, it's number 9, Baker Who. An 8-year-old stallion by Baker Field from the dam Who's Happy, owned by Gordon White of St. John, trained and driven to victory by Lonnie Stokes. For Baker Who, 8 wins now from 14 starts this year. That's his 35th career victory, coming today in 2:09. A field of 9. 1, Township Foxy Lady. 2, J.L. Cook. 3, Stand Tall and Proud. 4, Jabulani. 5, Baker Who. 6, Nightly Shy. 7, Sonny Mac. The outside 8, Noble Chance. 1 trailer 9, Kill Karen Jingle. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Jabulani scoots off the gate quickly to challenge Baker Who. From the outside, who gets away second, racing third, Township Foxy Lady. Up on the outside, driving fourth now, that is Noble Chance. Stand Tall and Proud moves in fifth. Then it is Kill Karen Jingle, and Nightly Shy is seventh. J.L. Cook. The early trailer is Sonny Mac. As they go down the backstretch for the opening quarter, Jabulani wins the early speed duel. Baker Who moves into the pocket. Then racing in third, Noble Chance. Township Foxy Lady has fourth. First to move on the outside goes Stand Tall and Proud. They reach the quarter in 31 and 4. Then it's back 5 lengths to Kill Karen Jingle in sixth. Moving seventh, Nightly Shy. J.L. Cook driving the outside eighth. And Sonny Mac trails as they approach the 3/8 mile station with Jabulani leading at a length and a half. Driving second, Baker Who. Moving to the outside, that's Noble Chance from third. Picking up the cover from fourth is Stand Tall and Proud. Close at fifth is Township Foxy Lady, and J.L. Cook now has come to sixth. Then racing seventh, Sonny Mac. Racing in eighth is Kill Karen Jingle. The trailer now is Nightly Shy by the half in 1:05 and 2. Jabulani still leads the way. Noble Chance up at the leader's wheel now second. Racing in third is Baker Who, sitting pretty. Then from fourth, Stand Tall and Proud. J.L. Cook has reached fifth on the outside, driving sixth, Township Foxy Lady. Sonny Mac moving into the picture as well. Then racing in 8th, Kilkerran Jingle and Nightly Shy. Down the backside for the final time. Jabulani has some competition from Noble Chance on the outside. Baker Who driving 3rd, and J.L. Cook now 4th. 3/4, 138 and 1 off stride, Stand Tall and Proud. Rounding the turn for the 7/8, and Jabulani has put away the challenge of Noble Chance. Baker Who looks for daylight at the pylons. J.L. Cook's tipping out 3 wide, and Sonny Mac still right there 5th. As they come down the stretch for the wire, Jabulani still on top. Here comes Baker Who in between horses. Racing in 3rd, that is Noble Chance, but Baker Who gets to the front. He beats Jabulani, and Noble Chance grabs the show, and the time for the mile was 2:09 and 4. Parading back to the line, your winner of race number 8, getting up in the final strides, was number 5, Baker Who, an 8-year-old stallion by Baker Field from the dam Who's Happy, owned by Gordon White of St. John, trained and driven to victory by Lonnie Stokes. For Baker Who, that's 9 wins for this season from just 16 starts. The time for the mile today, 2:09 and 4. Number 5, Baker Who, and Lonnie Stokes. 3, Baker Who. 4, Paris Hustler. 5, WW. 6, Angels Class. The outside 7, Jabulani. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Baker Who moves quickly to the front. Racing in 2nd, Radiant Skipper. Paris Hustler takes a seat 3rd with Angels Class moving 4th on the outside. Racing in 5th, Becker Drummond. Then it's WW and Jabulani as they go on for the opening 8th. Now moving to the quarter with Baker Who cutting it out. He leads it by 2 lengths over Radiant Skipper. Paris Hustler driving 3rd with Becker Drummond 4th. Now it's WW to 5th, Jabulani moving 6th, and Angels Class has found the pylons at the back of the pack as they go on past the opening quarter with Baker Who in 30 and 4. Radiant Skipper drives 2nd, then it's Paris Hustler from 3rd. Becker Drummond moving to the outside. He's the first to move as they go on for the 3/8, and WW will follow his cover from 5th. Racing in 6th, Jabulani and Angels Class moves up the pylons as they swing off the top turn and come down the stretch for the opening half. Baker Who cuts the numbers. Radiant Skipper still sitting 2nd with Becker Drummond driving on the outside, now 3rd. Then it's Paris Hustler and WW. Racing 6 now, Angels Class, and Jabulani. They reach the half in 1:03. Moving on to the 5/8 now with Baker Who. WW now moving 2nd on the outside with Radiant Skipper 3rd. Moving along now with cover is Jabulani from 4th. Then it's Paris Hustler, Angels Class, and Becker Drummond as they go down the backside for the final time. Baker Who trying to hold off WW. Radiant Skipper drives 3rd, Jabulani 4th. Paris Hustler, Angels Class, and Becker Drummond. Lonnie Stokes had Baker Who by the 3/4 in 1:32 and 4. Baker Who still shows the way. WW trying to move up on the outside. Radiant Skipper still alive 3rd. Then it is Jabulani, and Paris Hustler tips out 3 wide. By the 7/8 and down the stretch they come for home. Baker Who and WW. Radiant Skipper at the pylons 3rd. Angels Class, no place to go. Jabulani moving hard in the final strides. Coming to the payoff, Baker Who is going to just hold off WW, and it looks like Radiant Skipper 4-3. The time for the mile, 2:03 and 1. One of the hottest horses on the grounds parading back, your winner of the 3rd race. He's now won 6 of his last 7 starts. Number 3, Baker Who, an 8-year-old stallion by Baker Field from the dam Who's Happy, owned by Gordon White of St. John, trained and driven by Lonnie Stokes. Baker Who returning to victory lane for the 10th time this season. That's his 37th lifetime victory. The time for the mile this afternoon, 2:03 and 1. That's number 3, Baker Who, and Lonnie Stokes.
Elijah Fournier, driver Heath Campbell. 3, Slapped. owned by James Dunn, the driver James Dunn. 4, Gatehouse Elite, owned by Vaughn Pease, driver Dirk Duncan. The 5, Baker Who, owned and driven by Lonnie Stokes. That's a field of 5. On the first score, you have just 6 minutes until post time.
Your attention, please. Your 6-minute warning now in that first race in Daily Double. 6 minutes.
And ladies and gentlemen, and here they come. The rip and pacing Maids Fella leaves at the rail. Slapped on the outside. Brilliant Quote tucks into the turn. Onto the turn. Gatehouse Elite racing for it. Baker Who trailing the field. Down the backside. Slapped outside with a neck advantage. At the rail, Maids Fella won't give it up easy. Racing at the rail, third. Brilliant Quote off stride right there. Gatehouse Elite. Baker Who takes up chase. He's now fourth. Running rough gated right there also. Brilliant Quote. Onto the quarter. Maids Fella has command. Into the turn. Maids Fella with the lead by a length. Slapped getting the 2-hole trip. He's second. Closing the gap third as they swing around the turn. Coming over to the half-mile marker. That is Gatehouse Elite. Into the lane with the lead on top. Maids Fella by a length. Outside coming first over under a drive. Brilliant Quote was third. Now second and challenging for command. Into the turn, going to the 5/8. It is Maids Fella with the lead at the rail. Outside, Brilliant Quote right there, a half a length away and strong. Slapped has got some pace, finding him stride once again in third. Right there, Baker Who coming up close and quick up for it. Now just 2 lengths off the leaders. Out on the backside, they go to 3/4. Outside, Maids Fella got her handful here. 3 deep, slapped. Right there, Baker Who looming boldly. On to 3/4. Between them is Brilliant Quote. Racing around the final turn. Maids Fella trying to lead it gate to wire. Outside, Brilliant Quote digging in. Baker Who outside third. Under a drive as they go to the 7/8 pole. Top toes, tongues a dragging now as they come for the wire. Baker Who 3 wide on the outside. Down the lane they come. Baker Who far outside got the most pace late. Through the stretch. Baker Who, Maids Fella. They come to the wire. Baker Who. The horse is now in line for 9th race. Post parade, they'll travel a mile, purse of $1,600. These are $3,500 claiming paces. Here are your starters. The one is Clonmel Tyson. Malisi Paul Brown, driver Gary Hall. 2 Lucky Sometime, owned by Clayton Smith, driver Scott McKenzie. 3 Maids Fella, owned by Louis Hoxie, driver Gerald McKenzie Jr. 4 Brilliant Quote, owned by Elijah Fournier, driver Heath Campbell. 5 Elgin is owned by Melvin Marshall, driver John Davidson. The 6 is Baker Who, owned by Lonnie Stokes, driver Lonnie Stokes. He sits the sulky. 3 minutes until post time on the 9th race. They reach the head of the lane. And here they come. The off and pacing Clonmel Tyson has left at the rail. Mates fell on the outside. Lucky sometime he sits away third. Fourth, moving up on the outside, comes Elgin. Elgin now touring on the outside from third. He's now second, going after the leader, Clonmel Tyson, as they approach the backstretch. Watching it all in third, Mates Fella getting away fourth. Lucky sometime at the rail fifth. Brilliant Quote, Baker Who, he trails the field. At the quarter, here's a retake at 30 seconds on the outside. Clonmel Tyson now once again captures the lead on Elgin. At the rail, Mates Fella's third. Moving to the outside comes Brilliant Quote from fourth, now third. Picking up cover comes Baker Who. He's second over fifth, now fourth. They step in front of the grandstand, come over to the half-mile marker. With the lead on the inside of the field by a length, that is Clonmel Tyson. Outside, Lucky Sometime is second, stalking third. Baker Who, half-mile 102 and 1/5. At the rail racing, a fourth is Elgin. They're on their way to the 5/8 turn. They still chase Clonmel Tyson. Outside, closing once again, comes Lucky Sometime. Baker Who, second over. At the rail racing, fourth, still Elgin. They're on their way to the 3/4 mile marker. Moving on now comes Lucky Sometime. He's a neck away from the leader, Lucky Clonmel Tyson. Baker Who going 3 wide. On their way to the 3/4 mark, get there 134. Baker Who's got all the late pace here. He now captures the lead by a length. They're on their way to the 7/8 turn, and Baker Who has the lead. He's got company back there on the move, and the outside comes Brilliant Quote, and he's got some horse a length back. They turn for home, and Baker Who has the lead by a length. Brilliant Quote on the outside, trying to get at him late. At the rail, Baker Who on the outside. Brilliant Quote trying to nail him to the wire. Baker Who hangs on. Wheeling in the winner's circle at this time, ladies and gentlemen, the unofficial winner of your 9th race. That is the 6-horse Baker Who. 8-year-old stallion by Bakerfield, owned by Lisi Lonnie Stokes of Campbellville, Ontario. Lonnie Stokes, the trainer. Lonnie Stokes, he's the driver. Baker Who paced the mile tonight, 2:05 and 4/5. Ninth race now official. That race winner, the 6, Baker Who. The 1, Clonmel Tyson, was 4th. 2, Lucky Sometime, 5. 3, Mates Fella, 3. 4, Brilliant Quote, 2. 5, Elgin, 6. Top reads 4, 5, 3, 2, 6.
purse of $950, we have a field of 7, 1 RB down, 2 Tucson Sun, 3 Birdton Breeze, 4 Bounding Basque, 5 Eyes the Bye, 6 Baker Who, the outside 7, I'm Riley. Here they come. They're off and pacing RB down, scooting for the lead. From the outside, Baker Who is up to challenge. In between horses, Tucson Sun and Bounding Bass gets away in 4th. Birdton Breeze has 5th, racing 6 Eyes the Bye. The early trailer is I'm Riley. As they straighten out into the backstretch for the first time on the outside, Baker Who looking for the lead, RB down. Racing in 2nd now, Tucson Sun has 3rd. Then it's Bounding Basque and Birdton Breeze racing 5th, Eyes the Bye to 6th, and I'm Riley past the opening quarter, 29 and 4. Baker Who leads at a length and a half. RB down sitting in the pocket, Tucson Sun 3rd, then Bounding Basque. First to move on the outside, Birdton Breeze from 5th. Racing in 6th and now going to the outside with cover, that's Eyes the Bye, and I'm Riley looking to move from the back as they come in front of the stand for the first time. On top and cutting the numbers, Baker Who looking comfortable on the lead. RB down pocket sitting 2nd. Then Birdton Breeze has come to 3rd as they reach the half, 1 minute and 4/5. Racing in 4th, Tucson Sun. Then it's Bounding Basque, Eyes the Bye, and I'm Riley on their way to the 5/8 now, and Baker Who lengthens the lead to 2 now over RB down. Tucson Sun has 3rd, racing in 4th. Birdton Breeze, I'm Riley moving 3 wide from the back. Then Bounding Basque and Eyes the Bye. On their way to the 3/4, it's still Baker Who passed that station in 1:31 and 1. RB down giving chase 2nd, racing 3rd now on the outside. That's Birdton Breeze. I'm Riley still a 3 wide 4th. On the rail, Tucson Sun has 5th, then Eyes the Bye and Bounding Basque. Past the 7/8 now, and they straighten out into the home stretch for the payoff. Baker Who and RB down. Then Birdton Breeze as they come for the line. Baker Who shows his heels to the field here. It's going to be Baker Who tight for place at the wire between 3 of them. Eyes the Bye, Birdton Breeze, and RB down. And the time for the mile? 2:01.
Starters for the 12th race are at the gate. Gate is moving and we're underway with our 12th and final. Spook and Jig Time, Steve Mahar. West River again with Charlie Price. Forest Hill Rumpus and Wayne Hubbard. American Image with Brian Moore. Double Jeopardy and Rick Armstrong. Lindendale Lady, Sean Shannon. Fame's Fashion with Lonnie Stokes. And Lady Sunset, John Davidson. 8 starters for our 12th and final. Here they come. They're off. West River again pacing quickly to the early lead. Double Jeopardy in the middle of the racetrack, and on the outside, that's Fame's Fashion racing on strong. Into that first turn, West River again pacing out on top. On the outside, Fame's Fashion quickly. On the outside to challenge for and take the top as they head up the backstretch for the quarter. Now Fame's Fashion opens up a length and a half on West River again in 2nd. On the outside, Lady Sunset racing on 3rd. Double Jeopardy on the rail 4th. Outside 5th is Spook and Jig Time. Then it's Double Jeopardy, American Image, and the trailer. As they race by the opening quarter, Lindendale Lady, the opening quarter in 30 and 2/5, and they head to the 3/8 and drive to that marker with Fame's Fashion. Lady Sunset is challenging on the outside. On the rail 3rd, West River again, and they round the turn and approach the half. Battling for the top, on the rail, Fame's Fashion. Outside is Lady Sunset. West River again, racing on the rail 3rd. Spook and Jig Time has cover. Move 4th on the outside. The half in 1:01 and 1. Double Jeopardy races 5th. American Image 6 moving on the outside. Then Forest Hill Rumpus and Lindendale Lady trails. And they're driving to the 5/8. Fame's Fashion still pacing out on top by a length, though, as they pass the 5/8 pole. Up the backstretch. They head to the 3/4. It's Fame's Fashion, 2 lengths now. West River again back to second. Fading quickly third is Lady Sunset. Double Jeopardy works up on the inside to third. Lady Sunset now fourth, 3 wide. Lindale Lady comes to fifth, 1:33 and 2. The 3/4, and they drive into the turn. Fame's Fashion, a length and a half. West River again and Double Jeopardy racing third. American Image now pacing fourth. Forest Hill Rumpus has moved to fifth, but Fame's Fashion is the mare to catch through the stretch, and here they come for home. Fame's Fashion, West River again and Double Jeopardy now third. On the outside, American Image, but Fame's Fashion going to hold, and here they are. Fame's Fashion wins it, and West River again and Double Jeopardy, American Image, followed by Forest Hill Rumpus, Lindale Lady. Spook and Jig time, Lady Sunset. Time for the mile, 2:04 and 3. We parade back now the winner of the 12th and final. It's number 7, Fame's Fashion. They mare 4 years by Farmstead's Fame out of Hot Fashion, she by Fashion Tip. Owned by Gordon White of St. John and trained and driven by Lonnie Stokes. It's the 5th win of the season for Fame's Fashion this afternoon in 2:04 and 3. Number 7, Fame's Fashion. Driver Lonnie Stokes.
Now the starters for the 5th race, moving in behind the gate. Approaching the top of the stretch, 8 starters. This Jim Jade and Rick Armstrong. True Bell Down, Steve Downing. Bar Harbor, Tim Mercetti. Calaveras, Georgia, Steve Mahar. Keyed Up and Sam Hodgen. Kawartha Little Skip with Toby McDonald. Lindale Lady and Sean Shannon. Thames Fashion, Lottie Stokes. Here they come. They're off and pacing to the top, Calaveras, Georgia. Then Bar Harbor racing second, True Bell Down in along the rail. Racing on third and up wide on the outside, 3 wide. Fame's Fashion drives on to second, goes winging for the lead. By the 8th, Fame's Fashion grabs the top. Then Calaveras, Georgia racing is second, Bar Harbor third, True Bell Down is fourth. Then Lindale Lady, she's racing a 5th as they drive on to the quarter. And the leader at that marker is Fame's Fashion on top, a length and a half and by the opening quarter, 30 and 2/5. Top turn, Fame's Fashion. Then Calaveras, Georgia is racing second. Bar Harbor his third. Keyed Up on the outside. Comes on to 4th. True Bell Down is 5th. And Lindale Lady, Jim Jade, and Kawartha Little Skip trailing. They come through the stretch. On to the half. Up front, Fame's Fashion in command. Then racing is second, Calaveras, Georgia. Keyed Up comes on to third. Then Bar Harbor is 4th, and they were by the half in 1:03. Into the turn now, they race on to the 5/8 up front with the lead. Fame's Fashion leading by 2, Calaveras, Georgia racing second. Bar Harbor is a third, and the outside Keyed Up goes on. Keyed Up gets to third. Bar Harbor locked in 4th at the rail. Jim Jade is 5th, and True Bell Down. Kawartha Little Skip and the Lindale Lady trailing far back. And it's on to the 3/4 pole. It is still Fame's Fashion out by 2.5, and they were by the 3/4 pole, 34 at 1. Top turn, Fame's Fashion. Keyed Up has gone to second. Calaveras, Georgia has third. Bar Harbor strong on the outside is 4th, and coming on, they come to the 7/8 pole. It is still Fame's Fashion holding that lead, and Keyed Up and Bar Harbor looking good, swinging for home. Fame's Fashion, Keyed Up, Bar Harbor up along the inside, Calaveras, Georgia. It is Fame's Fashion holding Keyed Up, and Bar Harbor at the line. Fame's Fashion, Keyed Up, Bar Harbor. Then Jim Jade, Kawartha Little Skip, Calaveras, Georgia. True Bell Down, Lindale Lady. Time for the mile, 2:07. And parading now, the winner of the 5th race, number 8, Fame's Fashion. A bay mare 5 by Farmstead's Fame from Hot Fashion. She by Fashion Tip, owned by Gordon White of St. John, trained and driven by Lonnie Stokes. The first winning trip this year for Fame's Fashion, winning this afternoon, 2:07. Fame's Fashion and Lonnie Stokes.
Garth and Brian Moore. Julie Drummond, Danny McDonald, Swingin' Sue Down, Leroy Vincent. Bellman's Dream, Bernie Charlton. Fame's Fashion, Lonnie Stokes. J.L. Cook with Tim Merzetti. From the outside, Portrait of Janice, Gilles Berriot. Field of 8 starters, here they come. They're off as they lead the wire. A good start on the outside. That's Fame's Fashion going forward on the inside. Julie Drummond in between horses. That's Swingin' Sue Down into the first turn. It's Julie Drummond and now Fame's Fashion. Grabs the top. Fame's Fashion moves to the top. Julie Drummond is second. Swingin' Sue Down third. Party on Garth is fourth. Up on the outside, Portrait of Janice. She's early, moving now to fifth. Then it's Bellman's Dream, J.L. Cook, and the early trailer is Jimmy as they go by the opening quarter. It's Fame's Fashion. By the quarter in 31 seconds. Fame's Fashion. Julie Drummond is second. Swingin' Sue Down on the inside, third on the outside. That's Portrait of Janice. Moving behind her with cover comes Party on Garth. Then on the inside, Bellman's Dream, J.L. Cook to move. And the trailer is Jimmy through the 3/8 now and through the stretch. Here they come. They're racing to the half up front. Fame's Fashion cuts the fractions. Julie Drummond sitting pretty second on the outside. Portrait of Janice, she's been parked. Then it's Swingin' Sue Down on the inside. As they race by the half in 1:03 and 3, it's Fame's Fashion on top. Julie Drummond second. Swingin' Sue Down is third on the outside. Portrait of Janice, she begins to fade. On the inside, Bellman's Dream now to fourth. Portrait of Janice in between horses on the outside. Party on Garth. J.L. Cook looks to swing 3 wide. And the trailer is Jimmy as they go to the 3/4. Fame's Fashion by about 4. Swingin' Sue Down now gets to second on the outside. Julie Drummond third. 3/4, 1:34 and 1. It's Fame's Fashion. Swingin' Sue Down comes to second. Julie Drummond is third. Bellman's Dream right there, fourth on the outside. That's J.L. Cook fading Party on Garth. Jimmy in the trailer, Portrait of Janice. Through the stretch they come, it is Fame's Fashion. Swingin' Sue Down on the outside's gonna give her a try. It's Fame's Fashion. Swingin' Sue Down. Fame's Fashion, Swingin' Sue Down. It's now Swingin' Sue Down. Fame's Fashion. Up for third, J.L. Cook, then Julie Drummond, Jimmy. Party on Garth, Bellman's Dream, and Portrait of Janice. Time for the mile. 2:05 and 4.
Now the starters for our first race, they're moving in behind the gate. Gate is moving. We approach the top of the stretch. 7 starters. R. East Joey and Sean Shannon. Fame's Fashion, Brian Moore. Bellman's Dream with Gilles Berriot. Westgate Joe and Lonnie Stokes. Inverness Beauty with Doug Falkins. Nellie Banks and Steve Mahar. Explosive Splurge with John Davidson. Here they come. They're off, and Fame's Fashion takes them out of there. R. East Joey in along the rail. Racing second. Inverness Beauty outside drives on the third. Bellman's Dream is racing fourth, and Explosive Splurge, Westgate Joe. Nellie Banks trailing the field, and they're by the 8th. On up the backstretch now they go, racing to the quarter in Fame's Fashion. Out by 4 lengths, R. East Joey is second. Inverness Beauty has found the rail. Racing third, Bellman's Dream is fourth. And Fame's Fashion, the leader by the opening quarter. 29 and 4, they're into the top turn. Fame's Fashion, but 2.5. R. East Joey racing is second. Inverness Beauty is third. Bellman's Dream is on the outside, coming on to third, and they're by the 3/8 pole. Swinging through the stretch, they come racing to the half. Fame's Fashion, Bellman's Dream challenging second on the outside, closing in on the leader. R. East Joey is third. Nellie Banks has moved to fourth. Then it's Inverness Beauty, Explosive Splurge at Westgate Joe. That half a minute at 3/5. Around the turn they go to the 5/8. It is Fame's Fashion still by 2. Bellman's Dream outside, challenging second. R. East Joey is third, and Nellie Banks racing fourth. Inverness Beauty, Explosive Splurge, and Westgate Joe, and it's on to the 3/4. It is still Fame's Fashion. He's leading by 2.5. R. East Joey, Nellie Banks 3 wide. 130 and 3/5 by that 3/4 pull. Top turn it is still Fame's Fashion holding but 2. R.E.'s at Joey. A battle royal for show as they tip out by the 7/8 pull now. They're making the turn for home, and Fame's Fashion is looking good. R.E.'s Joey racing second on the outside. Nellie Banks, Inverness Beauty. It is Fame's Fashion. Nellie Banks is coming to him now, but at the line it is Fame's Fashion, then R.E.'s Joey, Nellie Banks, Inverness Beauty, Explosive Splurge, Bellman's Dream, and Westgate Joe. Time for the mile, 2:04. And parading now, the winner of our first race. Number 2, Fame's Fashion, the bay mare 5 of Farmstead's Fame. From Hot Fashion, she by Fashion Tip. Owned by Gordon White of St. John, trained by Lonnie Stokes, with Brian Moore driving. Second winning trip this year for the mare, her season's best. She wins this afternoon in 2:04. Fame's Fashion and Brian Moore. Behind the starting gate. Gate is moving, and we're approaching the top of the stretch. 7 starters. There's Fame's Fashion with Todd Trites, Cavity's Candy, Jill Barrio, Counterpart Joe and Gary McDonald, Springbrook Chip with Doug Falcon, Swingin' Sue Down and Danny Romo, Jimmy with Steve Mahar, Flying Horse, Sean Dooley. Here they come. They're off Fame's Fashion stepping out. Then Counterpart Joe in between horses and outside Swingin' Sue Down. Around the turn, Fame's Fashion, Swingin' Sue Down. Up and at him on the outside second. Counterpart Joe is third. Then Cavity's Candy back 6 lengths. She is fourth. Counterpart Joe skipping back, pacing quickly though. And they're up that's Springbrook Chip. She is third, and it's Fame's Fashion pacing on top. Fame's Fashion is the leader by that opening quarter in 29 seconds. Swingin' Sue Down. Racing second, Springbrook Chip is third. Cavity's Candy, Counterpart Joe. Then Jimmy's on the move, and Flying Horse trails at the rail. They're by the 3/8 now and tipping off the top turn. Here they come through the stretch, racing to the half. Fame's Fashion cuts it out. Swingin' Sue Down. She's racing second. Springbrook Chip is third. Then Cavity's Candy. Here comes Counterpart Joe. He goes on to fourth. They're by that half and 1 a minute flat. And into the turn they go, racing to the 5/8. Fame's Fashion the leader. Addie's under a tight rein. Swingin' Sue Down is racing second. Then Springbrook Chip, Counterpart Joe, Cavity's Candy, Jimmy, and Flying Horse. And Jimmy's off stride trailing now. They're on to the 3/4 pull. It is still Fame's Fashion. Swingin' Sue Down, sitting second. Up on the outside, Counterpart Joe goes to a third. Closing in on the leaders, they're by the 3/4, 131. Into the top turn. It is Fame's Fashion, and Swingin' Sue Down is out to challenge. She's lapped on the leader. Counterpart Joe is racing third. Springbrook Chip is fourth. At the head of the lane, heading home, Fame's Fashion. Swingin' Sue Down, Counterpart Joe, Springbrook Chip, Flying Horse. And it is Fame's Fashion to win this one. Fame's Fashion with Swingin' Sue Down, then Counterpart Joe, Springbrook Chip, Flying Horse, Cavity's Candy, and Jimmy. Time for the mile, 2:02. A bay mare 5 by Farmstead's Fame from Hot Fashion. She by Fashion Tip. Owned by Gordon White of St. John, trained by Earl Fram. Todd Trites driving. It's the third winning trip this year for the mare at her season's best. Fame's Fashion wins this afternoon in 2:02.
Saturday, June the 28th. Temperature in the 20s over a fast track. Race 1 behind the gate at the head of the stretch. Swingin' Sue Down with Gilles Barrio. Kilkerran Jade and Steve Mahar. Ice the Puck, Gordy Hennessy. Tornad Damar with Brian Moore. Fame's Fashion, Todd Trites. Springbrook Chip, Doug Falkins. Flying Horse with Tim Rossetti. 7 starters, race 1. Here they come. They're off and from the outside, post 5, Fame's Fashion. Bids for the top to the inside. Swingin' Sue Down has second. Tornad Damar gets away third.
They hit that first turn. Kill Karen Jade pacing fourth. Ice the Puck fifth. To the outside sixth is Flying Horace in the trailer as they head to the quarter. Springbrook Chip. Up the backstretch to the opening marker. Fame's Fashion enjoys a one-length lead. Swinging Sioux down. Sitting pretty second. Tornad DeMar third. They're your first three. The opening quarter paced in 30 seconds flat, and they make their way around the turn. Up front and on top, Fame's Fashion a length and a quarter now. Swinging Sioux down second. Tornad DeMar racing third. Park now coming to fourth on the outside is Flying Horace. Kill Karen Jade has fifth, and they round the turn past the 3/8, and they're racing for the half. In front of the grandstand, your leader is Fame's Fashion, and here comes Tornad DeMar. Out from third, moves to second, first over on the outside. Swinging Sioux down, pacing third along the rail. The opening half in 1:01 3. Into the turn they go for the second time. Up front and cutting it out, it is Fame's Fashion, Tornad DeMar. At the leader's wheel, racing second, Swinging Sioux down on the rail, third, staying close, and they drive to the 3/4. Kill Karen Jade fourth. Flying Horace, tipping out 3 wide is Springbrook Chip from seventh, and the trailer now is Ice the Puck, but they drive to the 3/4. It's still Fame's Fashion, 3/4 of a length over Tornad DeMar, 3/4 in 1:32. Around the turn, Fame's Fashion, Tornad DeMar and Swinging Sioux down. Springbrook Chip has caught the leaders, staying 3 wide, tipping out from a strong fourth. They drive around the turn. It's Fame's Fashion, 3 wide, Springbrook Chip, and here they come for home. Fame's Fashion on top. On the inside, Swinging Sioux down, looks for room, finds it in the passing lane. Swinging Sioux down, Fame's Fashion now neck and neck for the lead, and here they are. Fame's Fashion holds off Swinging Sioux down in deep stretch. And Springbrook Chip and Tornad DeMar Ice the Puck, Flying Horace and Kill Karen Jade. Time of the mile, 2:04. 2:04. The result of the first race is now official. Here is the official result of race 1. Swinging Sioux down, second. Kill Karen Jade was 7th. Ice the Puck, 5th. We're underway with our second race with 8 starters behind.
Party on Garth and Brian Moore. Inverness Beauty, Doug Falkins. Fame's Fashion with Todd Tredge. Springbrook Chip and Jill Berrio. Pokeyacht Girl Terry Quinnell. Swinging Sioux down, Rick Armstrong, Strike Colonel, Steve Mahar. Here they come. They're off and rushing for the top of this Fame's of Fashion. Inverness Beauty inside, racing second, Swinging Sioux down. She gets away a third. Then at the rail, Party on Garth is fourth. Springbrook Chip racing fifth. Pokeyacht Girl and the trailer is Strike Colonel, and they're going on up the backstretch, racing to the quarter, and Fame's Fashion cuts it out. Leads a length and a half. Inverness Beauty is second. Swinging Sioux down has found the rail. She's third there. Party on Garth is fourth, and Fame's Fashion, the leader by the opening quarter, 30 seconds. Swinging into the top turn, Fame's of Fashion. Then Inverness Beauty racing second, Swinging Sioux down. That's Party on Garth out, moving now from fourth. Taking cover behind him is Springbrook Chip. Then we go to Pokeyacht Girl and Strike Colonel Trails, and through the stretch they come. They're racing to the half. Up front, the leader is Fame's Fashion, Inverness Beauty second. Party on Garth hanging third. Swinging Sioux down, she's fourth at the rail, and they were by the half, 1:02. And around the turn they go, racing to the 5/8. Fame's Fashion in command. Inverness Beauty holding a second. Party on Garth hanging a third. Swinging Sioux down, locked in fourth at the rail. Springbrook Chip following cover, she's fifth. And tipping out 3 wide. That is Strike Colonel and Pokeyacht Girl, and they go to the 3/4 pole. It is Fame's Fashion well in hand. She is the leader by the 3/4, 1:32 and 2. Top turn. Fame's Fashion now but 2. Inverness Beauty on the outside. Springbrook Chip rushing quickly from third. She's on to second, and she's taking after the leader as they leave the 7/8, heading home. Fame's of Fashion Here comes Springbrook Chip, strong on the outside. Strike Colonel is driving a strong third, but Fame's Fashion's holding, and she does. Fame's Fashion wins it. Springbrook Chip, Strike Colonel, Swing and Sue down. Inverness Beauty, Party on Garth, and Pokiak Girl. Time for the mile, 2:03 and 1. Winner of our second race, number 3, Fame's Fashion. She's a bay pacing mare, 5 years by Farmstead's Fame from Hot Fashion. She by Fashion Tip. All but Gordon White of St. John, trained by Earl Fram. Todd Treitz driving. It's the 5th winning trip this year for Fame's Fashion. This afternoon, 2:03 and 1. Back-to-back winners for Todd Treitz. Springbrook Chip was second.